In this video, I'm going to tell you about the 3 savings accounts every woman needs. And yes, I said 3 accounts. Let me tell you why. But first, if you are new to the neighborhood, hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome to the channel. I teach everyday women with everyday money issues how to manage their paycheck so that they can meet their financial and money goals and not work until they're 80. And if you stick around until the end, I'm going to tell you about a special offer that I just released. So, why do you need 3 savings accounts? And yes, I really said 3. Here's why. Because having all of your savings in one account makes things muddy and difficult to see. It's impossible to know what's for vacation, what's for emergencies, and what's for your new rug. Plus, take it from a reformed spender, having everything in one account makes it really easy to take a little bit for this and a little bit for that. Yeah, been there, done that, not anymore. By breaking up your savings accounts across 3 accounts, you'll know exactly where you are with each one of your savings goals because each account serves a very specific purpose. Having 3 helps you keep an eye on how you're doing with each one of those goals. It's visual and it's simple because as each savings account balance increases with each deposit you make, you can visually see how much closer you are to your goal each month. And that's super empowering and also makes for a pretty happy day. The 3 savings accounts that every girl needs are an emergency fund, and this is the one you start with, a vacation holiday fund. No more putting that vacation or all those holiday presents on a credit card. And 3, the Because It Pleases Me fund. This fund is my own creation and could be where you're saving for a house, a car, or one that's new for you, or maybe a new couch. Whatever pleases you. Let's dive into each one. First, your emergency fund, or as I like to call it, my rainy day fund, because honey, it always rains. The emergency fund is the first savings account you need to start. Did you know that the average American does not have enough in their savings account to pay for a new tire? That's typically less than a $300 purchase. So that's right, the average person in America would have to pay for a new tire with a credit card and then pay that tire off over months, incurring additional interest and making the cost of the tire even higher. So your rainy day fund covers the big expenses in life you can't control, but which you need to plan for, like getting laid off, getting sick, or God forbid, a parent or a child getting sick. These are all things that we all hope don't happen, but we all know could happen. And the emergency fund helps us prepare for those events. If you don't have a rainy day fund yet, then my suggestion is to start by trying to save 1 to 3 months of net paychecks. And remember that an emergency fund is a marathon, not a sprint. So let's talk about how to start one, because you don't just get off the couch and run a marathon now, do you? No, you gotta start with a nice long walk first. I wrote a whole blog series on emergency funds and I'll link them in the description. In this series, I talk about what an emergency fund is and how to get started saving one even if you've never been a saver. And I also did a video about how to become a saver, and I'll link all of that in the description. And now for our second savings account that every girl needs. So think about sun and sandy beaches, cool breezes, and the smell of suntan lotion, my toes wiggling in the sand, and a tangy margarita in my hand. Or maybe you prefer mountains and rivers and foggy mornings hiking around the lake and sipping a spicy chai latte under a cozy blanket with your toes being warmed by the campfire. However you prefer it, we all need a vacation. A time to rest and relax and recharge is super important. And it's even more lovely when you aren't worried about how you're going to pay for it. And that's where the Vacation Holiday Fund savings account comes into play. The Vacation Holiday Fund not only pays for vacations, it pays for long lazy weekends at the beach, holiday gifts, and birthday fun. In general, we all know about how much we're going to spend on our vacation each year, how many people we're gonna buy holiday gifts for, and how much we're gonna spend on each one of them, as well as other types of celebrations we go to every year. Like, you know what weddings you're gonna be going to over the next year. So think weddings, birthday parties, christenings, bar mitzvahs, weddings, all of that stuff. If you're not sure off the top of your head where to start with a budget, take a quick scroll through your bank and credit card transactions for the last year on those months where you spent a lot for holidays, and then add it up to the next $100. That's your starting point for your brand new shiny vacation holiday fund. Simply divide that number times the number of times you get paid in a year, and voila, that is how much you're gonna start saving with each paycheck. If you think it's too much, cut it to a comfortable amount and then slowly work up to your goal. It's okay to start small, you just gotta start. Also, bonus points and gold stars if you set up direct deposit and have the money bypass your checking account and go straight into your savings account. Because if you've watched my other videos on savings, the best way I know to save is to make sure that it never touches my greedy little fingers. Now for our last savings account, and kind of my favorite one. It's called the Because It Pleases Me Fund. The Because It Pleases Me Fund is for purchases big or small that are not included in your regular monthly money plan. Whether it's a new car, or a new to you car, a new couch, or that fancy handbag you really, really want, the Because It Pleases Me Fund has got your back. I got the name of this fund from my friend Barb. Because it pleases me is her favorite saying when someone dares to question whatever it is she's doing. Basically, she's saying, I really don't care what your opinion is, I want this and I'm gonna do this, so I'm going to. Which, to my mind, is perfectly legitimate. So have I told you about my magical, mythical, perfect for me if I can ever find it couch? Let me tell you a story. 2 years ago, I decided that I wanted a new couch. The perfect couch. It has to be no more than 80 inches long, the seat depth cannot be greater than 25 inches, and the cushions cannot be more than 18 inches from the floor because short girl problems. I want my feet to touch the floor, at least at my house. Oh, and by the way, it needs to be pink. Blush pink. But the right shade of blush pink, and there are more shades of blush pink than you might think. I rhymed. As of yet, I have not found my perfectly perfect for me blush pink couch. But, Lesai, when I do, I have the money ready and waiting in my Because It Pleases Me fund. What's going to be in your Because It Pleases Me fund? Leave me a comment because I need to know. Now for the freebie I promised you. From now until July 1, my signature weekend money makeover workshop, The Secrets, Tips, and Tricks I Teach All My Girlfriends, is free. This workshop is a 4-part video series, including a workbook. I talk even more about the 3 savings accounts every girl needs, including a more in-depth discussion about how to get started. I also teach you how to read your credit report, and I give you my super easy system to check it each year. It's absolutely no fail. The link to the workshop is in the description, and I really hope you love it. The Emergency Fund, Vacation Holiday Fund, and the Because It Pleases Me Fund are the 3 accounts I feel every girl, woman, needs. But feel free to add other savings accounts to it. Saving is a very personal thing, and when you separate your savings goals into different accounts, you can easily see your progress. You can see that basket filling up and getting you closer and closer to your goal. Which, incidentally, makes it a little easier to not take a little here and a little there for other things, which is the downside of having everything in one account. Having everything in one savings account makes things muddy and confusing. It's hard to see the amazing progress that you're making. And again, feel free to add any savings accounts you decide you need. It's your little red wagon and you can make it go wherever you want to. If you made it this far, thank you so much. I hope you found this helpful. And if you want even more information, do check out the free Weekend Money Makeover Workshop. For now, I hope you subscribe for good vibes. And don't forget to join the party over on Facebook or Instagram. And I'll see you next time. Bye.